I won't let Max take Vanessa away from me. I won't. Isidore, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? We need to talk. Since I'm keeping quiet, I expect you not to let your father in on what you know. That can be done. I'm looking forward to doing business with you, Adaku. Joke's on you, lady, because my father isn't the only one going to prison. I doubt we have anything to say to one another, Isidore. If we had nothing to talk about, then I wouldn't be standing here, Isabel. Were you ever gonna tell me that you were pregnant with my child? It sure is gonna take a lot of getting used to seeing Max attend our church. The more you see Max, and the closer you two become as friends, the more you'll get used to it. Even calling Max a friend isn't something I thought I'd catch myself saying when the year started. Look, Max, I'm glad you're finding your own path in life, but I'm still keeping my distance from religion. But the church I'm going to is different from how we grew up. I'm not changing my mind. Who is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't know you had anyone in here. And the recording has Adaku confessing to supplying substances and working with my father to sell substances at Theodosius' palace. Thank you for all you've done, Pacho. Not only will your father go down for taking Elveruso's life, but the Denjuma organization will finally be dismantled. Are you going to go off on me like your mother did before I moved out of the estate? My mother didn't even tell me that she spoke to you before you left. She sure had a lot to say. Well, I'm not here to scold you, Isabel. I find it hard to believe since I got rid of your heir. Can you not think the worst of me? I wouldn't have seen our child together as just some heir. Why couldn't you come to me the moment you found out you were pregnant? Life is full of surprises, Vanessa. Max giving his life to Jesus is considered a good surprise. I still regret only seeing Max as an annoying guy who wanted my number. Jesus sacrificed his life on the cross for Max too. I should have prayed for Max's salvation then, instead of trying to figure out ways to ignore him. The former things have passed away. Behold, all things become new. Now you two can focus on building a beneficial friendship. Hey, Dad. Hey, Papa. Mom, look what Dad's got for you. Sepapu mamau. Then who's it for? Poppy and I found it on the doorstep. It's meant for you, Vanessa. Since you see me with my brother, then it sounds like you get the hint. Sorry for interrupting. It's good to see you out of rehab, Max. Thanks. Thanks to Zeke for giving you that stuff, which made you end up in rehab to begin with. Too soon, Ben. Look, Quinlan, I doubt you came here for nothing. I'll leave you two to say whatever you need to say. See you later, Ben. My brother should still be here. You should have been the one who left. The last thing I wanted to do was cause trouble. In fact, I came here to tell you that Adaku is going down today. Why am I here, Devante? My daughter has lost her trust in me all because you couldn't stay away from my hospital room. This is why you call me? Did Nichelle tell you that I was the reason she lost trust in you? She knows about your reputation and was able to put two and two together. And you haven't considered that she just figured out that you weren't as innocent as you claimed in regard to Elveruso? Hey, I'm talking to you. Shut up. Excuse me? I said shut up, Devante. I'm getting word that my house is being raided. I don't have to explain myself to you, Isidore. What I need you to know is that I would have never turned you away if you told me that you got pregnant. Never. Isidore, I knew you would never deny our child. Then why didn't you tell me, Isabel? Devante was my husband. He and I already had a son who needed us. The one-night stand you and I shared was never supposed to happen. Most of all, I wasn't supposed to have another baby, not by you. But you did end up getting pregnant. Not to sound like a buffoon or ignorant, but I'm sure your genes are stronger. You most likely could have passed off our child as Devante's. At the time, I couldn't hurt him by fooling him into believing that he was raising and loving a child that didn't belong to him. So the better choice was to just get rid of our child and keep it from me forever? From me? From who? It didn't say. Mais où pensez-vous qu'on est Jeremiah? Kimon? Max Russo? No way. Vanessa, you know I don't believe in coincidences. The moment that boy comes back, this Rose shows up, Dad, Max and I agreed that we would be friends, just friends. I don't know the boy's heart, Vanessa. Neither do you. But God knows Max's heart. If he did send you this rose, it makes me look at him sideways about his conversion. Jeremiah, like you said, we don't even know who the rose even came from. We can't just go on making assumptions, especially assumptions about Max's spiritual condition so soon. And that's why I'm gonna call Max and settle this. And you couldn't just send me a message? Would you have even replied or read it? Now that I know, you can get out. I'm gonna go soon. I also wanted to mention how I didn't get the chance to speak with you at the courthouse. The smartest thing you've done in months. Ben, I want to know how you're holding up with the trial. I don't care what you want, Quinlan. Most of all, I'm sick and tired of pretending like you care about my feelings. Your house is being raided? What for? What do you think you're doing, Adaku? I'm gonna ask you this again, and if you value your life, then you will tell me the truth. If you think that I turned you into the police, then I'm convinced that you have truly lost your mind. Did you tell your son about our connection and get him to snitch on me? No, we've already had this conversation. I never told any of my children about our connection. If you shoot me, then I will be relieved knowing that I lost my life because you were stupid enough to believe your own paranoia. Then how come my house is being raided right after I agreed to become Pacho's business partner? It seemed like the best choice for me then, Isidore. What about now? I've realized that it was the worst mistake of my life. Isabel, one thing I need you to know is that I don't hate you. But it does break my heart knowing that we'll never get to know the child we made together. We'll never get the chance to hold, speak, or even put a face to our loved child. But you've known that for years and you kept it to yourself. I can never bring you down after the guilt that you've dealt with for so long. You need to leave. I need you to understand that you don't need to go through this alone. And what do you plan to do afterward, Isidore? I know your endgame, and since you know what you know now, I can't have you in my life the way that you want. Please go. Hey Vanessa, what's going on? Max, I'm gonna ask you something, and I'll need honesty. Is everything okay? I just received a rose, and there's no name on it. Did this gift come from you? No. If you got a rose, then it didn't come from me. When I agreed to be your friend, I meant it. Guess you got that rose from someone who deserves you. I've gotta go, but I'll see you later. Don't worry, Vanessa. Soon, you and I will be together. Once you're mine, you'll appreciate all the gifts I give you. I do care about your feelings, Ben. I'll always care about you. Save it. Like I've told you before, now that Adaku is going down and after the trial is over, there is no reason why you should keep trying to contact me. Alright, clearly nothing I say or do will ever get you to forgive me. Once the trial is over, then I'll make sure that you never talk nor see me again. I just want you to know that my life will never be the same without you. Goodbye, Ben. You went into business with my son? How come I'm now just hearing about this, Adaku? I don't have time to explain. Now I have to go away and lay low. But you must be warned that your son has now made himself my enemy. Don't even think about going after him. I'm not sure if you would be saying that if you knew that he was coming after you. I should have listened to you, Devante. Now I'm convinced that Quinlan did expose my true identity. It's clear as to how she found out in the first place.